Naturally, I'm a Tottenham man, obviously. I can reflect back to being a player with and manager of some of the finest players that have ever been in the game.
The place is fantastic, the tradition of this club.
To be the manager of 3 cup-winning teams here, I'm so lucky, it's untrue.
Hotspur America podcast, airing every week during the English Premier League season.
What a glory, glory night at White Hart Lane. This great and historic football club.
Down the Tottenham High Road.
Hotspur America, the original US-based podcast dedicated solely to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Gascoigne going to have a crack? He is, you know. Oh, I say! Schoolboy's own stuff.
I hate Arsenal, just hate them.
Oh, what a goal! Unbelievable! Oh, this is incredible.
We're the Yids in America.
This is on the tap in. What a fantastic run. He scored! And it's turned home. Eric Dyer.
This is your Hotspur America.
Week 12, and what a week it was. Hotspur America podcast coming off another magical 3 points against Aston Villa, bottom dwellers in the English Premier League. Can you believe that Villa are in dire need of staving off relegation? One of the original Premier League clubs that have never been relegated. I think there's 6 left, and they're in danger.
7.
No, there's not 7, is there?
Yeah, I think it's 7.
I think it's 6. Don't
Get
let
me
me
anorak
outdo
on.
you on this. Yeah, get your anorak. As you can tell, Simon is with us. Simon, what's going on?
Good evening.
Very good evening.
Yes, it is.
And Sammy?
Hello. You said that Villa is in dire need.
You pick up on that. Did he?
Yeah,
Did he have black
A
boots
little
on?
play on words,
No,
right?
he didn't. But everybody needs dire.
Oh, Dire Wolf. Guy's amazing. Had another great game today. He really played well. We're going to talk about the Villa win. We're also going to kind of do a little bit of a quarter poll of the season review, kind of talk about the managers, the players, where we are in the standings, offense, defense, kind of give some grade outs. We have a nice little something that came from a friend of the show, apparently, Cameron Norman from Spurs Canada. Gave us a nice shout. We're going to cover some listener questions and, of course, a scum preview for next Sunday. That is going to be a massive game at the Empty Crates, and looking forward to it immensely. Both teams a little bit nicked up. I'm hoping we didn't lose Danny Rose. He took a pretty good whack, and hopefully he's okay. Davis came in, played admirably for the last part of the game, but Danny Rose is. I always find that there's something special about these homegrown players, or at least the guys who have been there for a while. That know all about what the North London Derby is about and getting them in the side. I think it's special to have those guys there, and I hope Danny's doing well and okay. Let's start off the way Tottenham started off.
Hang on.
What?
Just so we can settle this, 7 charter clubs still in the Premier League that have not been relegated. United, Villa, Liverpool, Spurs, the Woolwich, Everton, Chelsea.
All right, so two will get relegated this year.
Ironically,
Villa and Chelsea can go
Yeah.
down. Fuck 'em both.
Ironically, City were relegated 2
Yeah.
seasons in 94. Sorry, where was it? 95, 96. I think they went down. They were in the bottom 3. They went down with QPR and Bolton. Would you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Small,
wait.
small,
They have one or two
small club in
times
Stockport.
Yeah, what a
Well, hang
difference
on,
a
hang on.
dollar makes.
You say, Chaz, you say that they've been relegated once or twice in the Premier League?
Oh, they may have. I stopped looking after I laughing at that one relegation there.
So just as many times they've been relegated as they've won the league.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, what a difference a dollar makes. That's for sure.
6, 7. Let's not quibble.
Yeah.
All right.
All
What we got?
So, Musa Dembele. That goal.
Mike Dean.
What was more impressive, Dean's celebration or Moose's goal?
Well, let me answer that in one way that typifies the world that we live in today. I have seen dozens of vines of Mike Dean's celebration of Musa Dembele's goal, more than I've seen vines of Musa Dembele's goal.
It was great. It was like it was one of us that was refereeing that match. It was as if like we were running with him and we saw the goal and we're just like, fucking hell, yes, that was great.
Who was the ref last year when Townsend scored that blinder, the coast to coast goal that he had, and he was giving advantage and he was waving his arms continuously, running up the pitch.
Oh, that's right. That was an evening game. It was down the left side, wasn't it? And he hit it with his right foot.
It's the ref that's got the greasy haircut. I mean, he's the young guy. Ah, crap.
Oh, not Clattenburg, but the really young guy, right? Yeah. Good young referee. He's in his 20s, right?
Yeah,
like
I think
super
he is.
young. Yeah, I don't
It
know.
actually reminded me of that video that was doing the rounds of that Italian dancing referee.
Oh, right.
The one who's running backwards and articulating like he was in an opera.
It's very theatrical.
Yes.
Too much. But Moose's goal was great. He could have gone. I mean, he was playing advantage, and obviously, and I'm trying to figure out if Musa would have fell, would we have gotten a penalty?
I think so, because Dean was waving play on as if I would have called it back if you didn't carry on. So I'm pretty sure we'd have got the penalty. He could have gone down 3 times. I mean, it was Kieran Clark, I think, was on him.
It was,
he was draped all over him like a cheap suit.
Well, it was both of them. I mean, it was a bit 6 of one and half a dozen of another. I mean, it was good physical play, and that's when people speak about Musa saying how unplayable he can be at times. I don't think there was too many players in the Premier League, that was going to take the ball from him in that spot. It was brilliant.
And Kieran Clark, I mean, not to defend him in any way, shape, or form, but I saw pictures beforehand, leading up to the match, before they opened up the gates, and it looked like fog had just completely settled over London. So the pitch was extremely slick, and from what I understand, very hard as well. So that ball took a skidded bounce, and I think it caught Clark off guard a little bit. And the ball bounced nominally higher. We saw that all match long. You know, a lot of people were complaining Spurs look sloppy, they look slow, things don't look right. It was like we were playing on AstroTurf. The ball was really bouncing around a lot. And it caught Kieran Clark out. And Musa spun around behind him, got the position, and moved on into the box. I was honestly waiting for him to fall at least twice. And all credit to him, just staying on his feet, and then just to burn Simon's ass, he went 5-hole on him. Went 5-hole on Guzan and got the puck in the net.
He put the biscuit in the basket.
Yeah. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
You know what I thought of when he scored that goal? I thought, well, we have to find him in more situations like that, moving forward. And he
also took a shot later on.
He did, but it was a very Andros Townsend-like shot that went
or Joshua Onama-like shot,
40
Eric Lamella-like shot.
Which by the way, and normally under normal circumstances we would never even mention a breath about Townsend. But did you see what the Mirror ran with earlier?
I saw your tweet on it.
Yeah. Shoving one of the trainers, and the guy's got his hands up going.
I think you nailed it on. He probably said something about his mum.
Yeah, that's definitely a shovable offense. But yeah,
did your mum tie your shoelaces?
I said to San Diego Spurs, it's just kind of one of those things where perception ends up being reality, whether it really was or not, and that doesn't look good, and that'll need an explanation. It doesn't look good to your boss or any future bosses. So, I mean, I don't think there's ever been a knock on him sort of being prima donna-like, but he's clearly frustrated that he's not playing. But I mean, we're reading into it, but a shove was a shove, and it was a staff guy, and most managers, I would think, wouldn't stand for that too much. So be interesting to see what happens to that story.
And I think much to MSNBC's delight, as the channel that broadcasts it here in the States, they kind of talked up Dele Alli prior to the match, and as they were introducing the squad, young 19-year-old future English player as well as a star for Tottenham, and he gets on the score sheet as well with a pretty decent goal there, Simon.
Simon, did we lose you?
Hello, Simon.
Simon's getting a bit.
Yeah, it was a nice goal. I mean,
what were you doing
still
there?
Here.
Oh, okay. You were focused on something else?
No.
He might have a delay going on his phone.
Speak, man.
Yes, it fell to him nicely, and I think it took a touch from Kieran Clark again.
Would have gone in anyway. I think it would have gone in anyway. I really do.
Well taken. He took it, I think, on his thigh, brought it down. Yeah, it would have. There wasn't a lot of change in the direction of the ball, but I think he took it down on his thigh from the header out, and he just put it in the bottom left-hand corner. It was well struck, sweetly struck, and I think Guzan expected this guy on the line to get it, to be honest, because Guzan just kind of crouched and didn't move.
So while we're here talking about this, because I know we normally do listener questions towards the end, but we're talking about him and our friend Orlando Hotspurs. He asks, "Hey, look, what do you think about putting in Bentaleb for Ali?" And I say,
when he comes back,
yeah, I say absolutely not. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of guys getting injured and losing their place, but I don't think anybody can argue too greatly that Bentaleb can provide the offensive element to the game that Ali can. Thoughts there?
I don't see, again, just to reiterate what you said, I don't see how you stop putting out the 11 that we're putting out now, unless they get injured. Everybody this time last year was probably touting Bentaleb as the next captain of Spurs. A lot of people were, and for the same reasons why they're doing the same thing for Dyer now. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. He plays with tenacity. He's the same age, I believe, as Ali. Is he still 19 or is he 20 now?
No, I think he's a year or two older. I think he turned 21, and I think Deli's getting ready to turn 20.
Okay. So, look, it's a great problem to have because look who else is coming off the bench the last couple of weeks in Mason, and he got more minutes today than he did last week. And we're going to have this. It's a great question. The answer is no. You can't. Ali and Dyer have such a wonderful partnership. The only thing that I can possibly see, and you saw it a little bit from Dyer today, is it's almost like the same kind of stuff we saw from Lamela last year that people, and even a little bit this year, where people get on him a little bit, where he tends to lose the ball quite a bit as he's trying to make a move or nutmeg this guy. Look, the book for many of his opponents at this point is going to be he's going to try to nutmeg me and make me look like a fool. He's done it all year long. Now he's not being able to do that. People are closing him down, and they're kind of not giving him that opportunity, I think. Plus, he had some heavy touches today and lost possession. Nothing major, nothing that caused us to concede or put us in a really bad position. That's the only thing that I can see. But in the same breath, Bentaleb does the same thing. So until this run of form that the club is on stops, there's no way you change anything. The only thing that I can see possibly changing is as Thursday rolls around, rumors have it that Son's foot is well enough for him to play.
Yeah, he's in the Korea squad for their international fixtures, which I thought was interesting.
So being that it's a foot injury and being that he's been out, has it been a month? I mean, or close to it. Is he going to be match fit for Sunday?
Yeah. Did you read up about the injury itself? It's an interesting injury. It's kind of scary. It's like this tendon that I guess travels through your foot, and I don't want to say it's a common injury, but it's a known injury. And there is a surgery for it, but in some cases it can take up to a year to heal. So yeah, anyway.
I didn't read up on it.
Yeah,
it's a foot. Rub some dirt on it, get back in there, and score us some goals. That's what, but once again, what do you do with the attacking midfield? Musa is playing so well, and Lamela and Eriksson are complementing each other. Lamela's still frustrating. Eriksson, did he jump for a header today? I mean, whenever the opportunity presents itself, he's not going to get into a physical anything with anybody.
He didn't look arsed to do much defensive.
No, but both of them on the wings are such offensively creative players that you really don't want to take that away. So what do you do with Son when he's ready? You can't take Dembele off the pitch right now. He's on fire. So I think if you're Pochettino, you do like you're doing with Mason. You bring these players in slow over the course of a week or two, let them play a cup tie, something to that effect, and wait to see if somebody falls off form or if somebody, God forbid, gets injured. And then you supplant them back into the squad. If not, then they become your cup guys. Mason and Bentaleb, what a wonderful problem to have for Europa League and for the FA Cup run at this point. And the same thing can be said. If Son is not going to play up front because of the form that the three guys right behind Kane are in right now, then what a great problem to have. And Chadley comes back in 3 or 4 weeks, and that's another one. So I just don't see how you change anything unless form changes. And Sunday will tell a lot.
There's a line in a great movie A great sports movie, a baseball movie. And what the hell is it? Not Field of Dreams. It's the other Kevin Costner baseball movie with
Bull Durham?